Man sits alone in his car listening to the rain. It's a YouTube sensation. Okay. Hello everybody, it's 5 degrees centigrade and raining. It is the least nice weather everywhere. If it was colder, it would be exciting. And if it was warmer, it would be nice. But 5 degrees is absolute rubbish. So what can we do to try and lift our spirits when it's 5 degrees and raining? The answer is to write a piece of uplifting music of some description. And I thought what we might do this time is to use, if not the sound of the rain, the sound of the wipers maybe, as the inspiration for the piece of music we're going to write. So when the wipers go, that's where our piece of music is going to kick off. Okay, let's go for it. Right, we're back at the studio. I've got digital recorder, I've got a Rode shotgun mic. We're ready to go. The only problem is it's pouring with rain, it's really cold. I don't want to stand outside recording things, but I've got an idea. Hey, Brad. Hello. Could you take this recording equipment and help me outside for a minute?
Sure.
I want to record the windscreen wipers, but I can't turn them on and record them at the same time. Yeah. Oh, horrible day, horrible day, horrible day. So you start recording.
Sure.
That's better. I could have just turned it on and then gone out and done it, but I'd get cold and wet, and now Brad's getting cold and wet instead. Thanks, Brad.
You're welcome.
I couldn't possibly have done it without you. Poor old Brad, what am I like? Okay, other ideas. Okay, well, I quite like this sound. Here. What about my indicators? Now about the little bingy noise it makes. How do I get it to make the bingy noise? Perfect. So now I've got lots of sounds, and I've managed to stay nice and warm and dry. We'll put them in the computer, chop them up, and then write a bit of music around them. Okay, let's do it. Oh, in the warm and dry of my studio, I have put those recordings into Cubase, and they sound great. So we've got all these little recordings in here, but they're not in time yet. So what I've done is I've set my timeline to 120 beats a minute. And the way I'm going to do this, I'm just going to chop them and drag them to beats. I'm not going to do anything very clever. And I'll show you a couple of these, and then I'll do, fast forward, because watching people edit samples is just about as exciting as... Actually, it makes watching paint dry look positively ripping and thrilling. So let's just do this one, so you see what I'm doing. So I'm just dragging them onto the beat. So you've got... Interesting, these windscreen wipers have a sort of backbeat, don't they? Go shh, woo, shh, woo. So we'll see if that comes... What is all this about? Am I the only person who sits in the car listening to this stuff saying, oh, I could make a piece of music out of that? I hope not. I hope you're all kind of equally intrigued by the audio world around you. Right, I'm not going to go on doing this all day long. Right, okay, let's see. That works. There is not much point in doing many more of those, though, is there? Because I think I've heard the greatest hits of the windscreen wiper. So I've got more than enough there to loop, which is good. Okay, look, there's a 2-bar loop. I think that'll loop nicely, so I'm just going to delete the rest. And then I'll just give you a quick run through what the other sounds actually sound like, which is pretty cool. So we got this one, which is the horn. Now this one here, I wanted to be my kick drum, but it sounds more like sort of putting the shopping down than sort of a sort of great big kicking beat, doesn't it? I mean, so I'm going to try pitching it down and see. I felt in the car it had a really great resonance. It only goes to show you how rubbish my judgment is sometimes. That is better though. And I think possibly if we did some work on that with some plugins, some compression and a transient tool or something, we could yet turn that into a... Oh, look, it's got a little whop after it. Can you see that? Okay. So that's pretty fun, I think. Do you notice how this is... It's not even, is it? It's got a kind of little swing to it. Okay, so I'll chop that up. What is this one? Is that the seat? I can't see that making the cut, to be honest. Oh, yeah. That's just the fans. That's not the most exciting sound in the world. Why did I think that was good? That could be a riser, couldn't it? Until you get it back, you just don't know, though, do you? I tell you what, that's a bit alarming. So that's from the outside. That's where Brad was getting wet. Okay. Anyway, look, enough of this. We're going to have fast forward Mystery of Time, and then I'll be back, and then we'll start throwing these things together, and then amazing things might or might not happen. Join me very shortly. How to Write Music is my online course that takes you through every step of the process. How to get going, chord progressions, tune writing, developing and arranging your music, 6 hours of exclusive video tutorials, a course text packed with tips, and a supportive online community. Get more out of your music and sign up today. Okay, right, what have I done? So we chopped it all up and we've sort of timed it to 120 beats a minute, and we've got a windscreeper from the outside, inside, the horn, that floor kick thing, pitched down a bit, the indicator. I quite like that. I've got another lot of indicator stuff here, which I haven't decided what I want to do is create a little cross rhythm, I think. Then that really irritating beepy thing. That's irritating. And that's it. Ah! Is that all? Okay, right, let's make it great. What are we going to start with? I'm going to start panning some stuff around. Because it's all monos. Are you hearing that? Are you listening in stereo? Good. I'm glad. I quite like that. That's a good start. Don't know what to do with the horn. Okay, let's have a look at this. What can I do with this to make this better? Let's put a... where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Floor kick. Right, we're going to start by putting a compressor on it. What am I going to use? What do I like? That one. I've been using this one for ages. Now, this is the Renaissance compressor from Waves. And if you don't want to buy the whole thing because it's eye-wateringly expensive, the whole package, I like, one or two. The truth is, of Wave stuff, I probably use about half a dozen plugins all the time. H-delay, the Renaissance EQ and compressor, stuff like that, and the pitch shifting thing. So if you buy exactly the ones you think you're going to want, it's not that expensive. But then a lot of people say, "Oh, the UAD stuff's better." And right. Let's see if I can mess with the transient a little bit. Transix. What's this got? Soft kick. Mega kick. Mr. Subtle hits the ground. Works for me. It's not the deepest sound in the world, is it? What happens if I do shift it down the mucky way? Oh! Remember to subscribe and tick the little bell thing so you get notifications, because we do live events sometimes and I'll be talking to myself if nobody turns up. So please come along. Right, where was I? I've got to think of something else to put with this. This is not going to do it by itself, is it? Firstly, this beep. So I'm going to put these on the off beat. So, are you annoyed with that sound yet? I am. We could make it a bit more like, I know what we could do with it. Let's send that to FX1. How about a bit of delay on the beep as well if we're going to go for the full effect? Ping pong, dotted eighth note, turn off the analog, turn down that. I think we need rather fewer of them actually. Every other one. Right. That's going to work. Trust me, that is going to work. Right, let's turn it down a bit though. I'll probably have to tune it to the track later. Now, I want to just do this indicator thing, because look, what I was thinking of doing, I was using the... Did you notice when I was setting up the delay, I was using a dotted eighth note delay. That's a really... it's quite a nice effect with delays. So what I thought I might do is quantize this second track, or line up the second track to dotted eighth notes. So I've changed the grid. So the grid is now in dotted eighth notes. So I'm going to take each of these other indicator sounds and line it up with the faint grey lines, which you can probably just about see. So therefore, this will be going... This second track is in dotted eighth notes. And the first one is in normal eighth notes. So you're going to have a kind of interesting cross rhythm going on. Then what I thought, what about when I get to the end, doing a little kind of trappy type with this. So taking... am I going to do it with one? I'm going to... So... that's fine, 16th or 32s. 32s probably. I was going to just make it go at the end. Let's make it really short. I wonder if I'm going to need to do it with one or more than one. So look, so what I'm going to do... Actually, use quantize. That's only 16ths. I think it's going to need to be 30 seconds. So it's going to go at the end. Right, so there we go, that one. That's not tight enough, Guy. For these, they need to be super tight. Okay, that's all right. Let's get rid of that one. Right, now just do that all the way to the end. And then we haven't written any music yet. We're just messing with this at the moment, aren't we? What kind of idiot does that? Oh, that's nice. We don't need it quite. We don't need it over a bar. I can dupe that, I think. Yeah. Okay, pan 'em. That is nice. I like that. Right. What I'm going to do, this is starting to sound quite good. What do I mean it's not sounding quite good. It's just sounds. It's not exactly a sort of kick-ass piece of music yet, is it? So what I was going to, I'm just using anything just to get all those together, then chop off. So it's exactly 4 bars. Or 2 bars. It's actually only 2 bars. Oops. Let's put all those together. And then I'm going to start duping things. But one of the keys, and this is a question which comes up a lot about how do I make my tracks longer and all that kind of thing. Everybody's favourite question is don't introduce everything at once. You know, it's like if it's your birthday and you go down and your parents go, here's 68 presents, what, I don't know, or however many, whatever. And you go, oh, they're all open at once. Now you want to, you got to build up to your best present. So we've got these 2 things coming in one after the other. Then what? Windscreen wipers. Then kick drum. Is it cheesy to go bum 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 at the end? Of course it's cheesy, but what, what? Look. No, stop. Worst idea ever. Oh no, it'll be all right in context. You can always say that. It'll be all right in context. No, it's not going to be all right in context. It's going to be just as bad. You just don't know how bad it is, you silly man. What happens if I reverse that? Why won't you reverse? Come on. Oh, maybe I need to bounce you as a piece of audio, then reverse you. Yes! Works better backwards. Okay, look, how long have I been going? I'm losing the track of time, but about 16 minutes plus a little bit at the beginning, so 20 minutes. So, okay, I've got about 7 or 8 minutes to finish this off and make this into something. Ah! How am I going to do that? I could use a simple... can I make a... Oh, hang on. We've got that horn. Is there any way I can make that horn into something less leery and a bit more... I want a bass. But I'm not sure that horn is the right... It's a wrong sound. How about this annoying sound here, which I'm half liking and half think is the worst thing ever because it's so annoying. As sounds go, it's really, 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 really annoying. Okay, come on. Let's do the beepy sound in there. Oh, doesn't work like that, obviously. Do I use the sampler track very often? No, that's why I don't know how to use it. Okay, beep bass. Well, look, it sounds better. The name's better. Come on, you can do it. Come. Why? Oh, hang on. I haven't done that. I need to turn it into a little file by itself. That's why. That's going to work. Thank you. It's going to have to go down a long way, though. I have to put the root up to D5. That ain't bad. I tell you what, it does need to be louder, and I'm not sure I've got enough. Whack! Go, blimey! Let's make this. I don't even... Whoa! Those of you with perfect pitch will be saying, it's C sharp! No, it's F sharp. It's also miles out of tune. Jaguar Land Rover, why can't you have a... You've got to get your act together and get your little beepy things in tune. Okay, that's better. So we'll make it... that is as good as it's going to get on a Thursday morning. I think that'll work. Okay. This is a very silly piece of music. I could do with a snare equivalent, actually, to be honest. Let's put it up. Ah, that one needs to be bounced as well. Okay, up you go. Okay, that's a very interesting little sound. Now I'm going to double the speed. I'm sorry, sometimes small things give me... Okay, look. I still need that. Where am I going to... I'm sorry, that just made me laugh. It's so stupid. Okay, hang on. Can I use that? What else have I got here? What else have I got? I'm doing that thing where I go, oh, just a bit more, just a bit more, just a bit more. I must have a slamming door. Ooh! Ooh! That was the one. I heard my snare in there. Okay, so turn it into a little piece of audio by itself. Command B for bounce. Go into the tools, processes, normalize, because this needs to be wacky. Apply. Dunk. Done. Now, I think, where's my floor kick? Okay, if I add an audio track and call it seat snare. You can always tell if it's going to be a good sound because has it got a good name? And seat snare is not the worst name I've ever heard. Okay. So I'm not going to add anything to this track that does not exist in the car. I am being very authentic. Okay, this is really silly. So I need to I'm going to have to process it a bit, obviously, to make it, but it's definitely got legs, as they say. Take the grid snap off. We're doing it on 2 and 3. Oh, I mean on. Actually, it doesn't. I tell you what, it doesn't need the second half, does it? I tell you what, I could do. There's something else I might do to that. Just wanted. There's a really nice pitch shift thing in here called envelope. So look, you do that. Do you see the envelope thing in there? So it's going to go you. Well, I quite like it. Okay, look. Let's see what we need to do to this poor, lamentable little kicks. I mean, it's not quite happening as I thought it was going to be honest. I thought it was going to be a bit more. Oh yeah, wow, that's cool. It's sort of just all right, really. What am I going to do with this little bit? Let me just try and loop it and see if I can. Well, there's no seat snare in the well, which is not improved with a bit of compression. Where's it gone? I'm sorry, some of you hate it when I do this, when I open up sort of 98 million plugins. I've been at this a long, long time. You know. So this is my little treasure trove. Built up over a long period of time. Transient master, let's see what that can do. Tight and punchy. I should EQ really. It's not bad. Bit of reverb on there, or is that going to sound ghastly and awful and the worst idea of ever? Yeah. Okay, let's listen to it in context before you go. Okay, firstly, I'm not sure that the timing's quite right, but then tell you what, I think actually the problem is that second one, it needs to go like it's like a flam. That's what it needs to do. Right. Then it really. It could do with a little bit of something on. A little splash. A little splash. Of. A little splash of what? Let's try one of these built-in ones. Wasn't what I was expecting, but I quite like it. Right, enough. I put little bits of audio at the beginning and the end, so then I use the glue tool, stick it all together, Command B to bounce it as audio, then chop the end off, then it's loopable. Look, now it's an exact bar, and now I can go doop 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 doop. That ain't bad. I could play with this all day, but I'm not going to because I think okay, I'm now going to show you, I do have such a thing as self-control, and I'm not going to go on with this anymore. Okay, let's have a little performance. Ready? Here we go. Cue the indicator. What can I tell you? That was fun. I enjoyed that. It was very silly, and it's not the greatest piece of music in the world, but I really quite like that beat. But anyway, look, neither here nor there. We will be back very soon with something else cheerful and uplifting, and slightly silly. If you've enjoyed this, you should be subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, why not do so? We're going to be, over the course of the coming months, we're going to be doing more live ones. So subscribe, and then, also there's something about ticking the little bell so you get the notifications as well. So then you'll know when I'm doing live stuff and all that kind of thing. But thank you very much indeed for your company. It's been good fun, and I will see you very soon.